Our next story rather. Success, we must tell you, comes from persistence, overcoming difficulties, taking action, and setting clear goals. For Enugu State helmsman Peter Mbah, ambition is the path to success. Persistence is the vehicle you arrive in. The governor on Tuesday presented a record 1.62 trillion naira 2026 budget estimates to the State House of Assembly, saying the administration is moving from laying foundation to scaling transformation across every sector. The figure represents a 66.5% increase over the 971 billion naira revised 2025 budget. A breakdown tells the story. 1.3 trillion naira is slated for capital expenditure, 321 billion naira for recurrent estimates. Education is allocated 32.27% of the total estimates. So the future begins now. Now, let's share this story by TVC News' Bamidele Ajayi. Let's go there.
The procession of the Speaker and members of Enugu House of Assembly into the chamber signaled the commencement of proceedings. After announcing the business of the day, Governor Mbah was invited into the chamber to fulfill the constitutional responsibility of presenting the fiscal plan for the coming year. The governor reviewed the 2025 budget performance, noting an impressive 85% implementation rate as of October 2025. He then proceeded with a detailed sector-by-sector breakdown before formally laying the 2026 appropriation bill before the House. The key priority areas of the 2026 fiscal year include education, health, transportation, housing, agriculture, security, and modern infrastructure development. All geared towards delivering what the administration described as the Enugu of their dream.
Our major state assets begin to hum again, and long-dormant facility return to full productivity. All 260 farm estates gain full traction, pushing agriculture to scale. At the center of this expansion is the new Enugu Smart City, moving from groundwork to real construction, with land and infrastructure sales set to generate major revenue for the state. Mr. Speaker, honorable members, with these initiatives in mind, and with our commitment to keep Enugu firmly on its growth path, we have proposed a total budget size of 1.62 trillion naira.
Governor Mbah announced the projected revenue framework: IGR 870 billion, FAC 387 billion, budget deficit financing none, recurrent expenditure 321.305 billion naira at 20%, capital expenditure 1.33 trillion naira at 80%, total budget side of 1.62 trillion naira, a 66.5% increase over the 2025 fiscal budget. Social sector allocation, education at 32.27%, health at 10%.
With the smart schools infrastructure largely in place, our focus next year shifts to smart secondary schools and technical and vocational education colleges, because our greatest asset is in the head, the hand, and the heart of our people. We have boldly demonstrated this again with the 32.27% allocation to education in the 2026 budget. The completion of the C wing will ensure that all the ministries are finally housed in one location. So we have captured in our next year's budget the completion of the C wing of our secretariat. Mr. Speaker, as you know, the C wing has by far the largest number of blocks. And once we've achieved that, all the ministries that are currently scattered in different locations will be housed in one location. We would deliver 15,000 mass housing units next year, forming the first phase of the 30,000 units planned within our first term. The new Enugu Smart City project exemplifies our commitment to creating a world-class environment for residents, work, and recreation. Next year, we will complete its infrastructure. This project is projected to generate a minimum of 300 billion for the state government next year. Next year, we will allocate 20 billion naira to clear long-standing gratuities. We will, of course, complete the 40-kilometer Owo, Obaho, Amankanu, Neike, Ikem dual carriageway, opening a new gateway to the North Central region. We will construct additional 5 new transport terminals.
The Speaker of the State House of Assembly commended the governor for what he described as a determined effort to restore the state glory. He assured that the House will work toward the speedy passage of the 2026 budget.
The members of the House of Assembly welcome this budget of renewed momentum with renewed optimism. Our different standing committees shall indeed brace up and apply both speed and efficiency during our engagement with the different MDAs.
Look at what happened in last budget. Almost 85% achieved. Unprecedented. Go and look at it, even on international front. You look at other international countries. You don't see up to, if you achieve up to 70%, you have done wonderful. But this man has achieved almost 85% of the budget. When he said he was going to launch Enugu, people thought it was impossible. What is he doing? He put up 3. From 3 now we are talking about 20. People didn't know that we already paid for additional trade, and they will be in use before Christmas.
Last year budget was presented. There was no provision for borrowing. This year budget again was presented. 1.6 trillion. There's no provision for borrowing. You could see he itemized all the sources where the funds will be coming and strategically how he's going to increase the fund. And we are seeing it.
You can see that he has raised the bar of leadership in Nigeria. He has raised the bar of leadership in Enugu State, and he has set the pace for more progress for our people. And in all, it's all to the advantage of Enugu people, and we are very, very happy about it.
This is the third budget cycle under Governor Mbah's administration, where social sector will be appropriated about 50% of the budget size. Education is above 30% of it, and health with 10%. 2026 budget about 66.5% above 2025 at 1.62 trillion naira. Bamidele Ajayi, TVC News, Enugu.
Thank you, Bamidele. Great stuff. You know, a budget of renewed momentum. It is possible.
I think we are dealing with somebody who has vision.
Oh, yeah.
It's not someone that is working on the vision of other people. He has a very good idea of what he wants to achieve. And the facts are very clear. It's not just about the quantum of the budget, the money you want to spend, 1.6 trillion.
But the
allocation. Look at capital expenditure. You could see that he has a lot of new projects, more than recurrent expenditure. So he has a lot of new projects.
I'm particularly thrilled about the smart city, smart school,
and he's talking about 15,000 housing units.
Yes, out of
2026 alone. You understand the point? How many civil servants do we have in Enugu State? So, and he has allocated 32.2% to education. I think that is the greatest investment any good thinker, you know. And when you see the man talking, he's talking from the depth of his heart.
He tells you and I that
it's not just reading from
the assets will be the head, the hands and
I think this is a governor that he was prepared for this position. He was prepared for this historical challenge, and he has solutions to. Let me tell you, we are not going to feel the impact now, but in the next 15, 20 years, people will realize that there was somebody who laid a solid foundation for the future of Enugu people.
Yeah.
And I'm glad he attended Ode high school here in Ode, So, and then he attended University of Lagos, had masters there.
So you can say he's a Lagos boy.
He's a Lagos boy. So he's somebody, you can't say, he's from a rich home. He's somebody who has left a practical life, who actually understands the problem of his people. I'm happy for the people of Enugu. Look at the roads, 800 kilometers of roads, then 265 farm settlements, in Enugu State. I think he's doing well, and I pray that, he continues to be in power as long as the constitution allows.
Enugu, the traditional capital of the old Eastern region.
He has brought back that heritage.
Yeah, he seems to
Southeastern Nigeria.
He seems to underscore what Shey Makinde is doing in the old capital of the old Western region. The template set by the people at the time.
Yeah, this his own man. Is taking things one step at a time. If you visit Enugu State, you see the difference that this governor has made in so short a time. I passed through Enugu. I took a flight from there after the media chat with Governor Soludo in Anambra State, and I saw for myself some of the changes that we've been reporting about. Governor Peter Mbah is a breath of fresh air, and you can see why it's very, very significant to put somebody who has been successful in business in charge of a state. He's been successful in business, especially in oil and gas business, and is bringing that to bear on the way he runs the state. And you can see he plans to build 1,200 urban roads. It's significant, but you will know that if he applies himself to it, he will do it. It's simple. He actually projected 150 billion. He projected to receive 150 billion from FAC. But eventually, he received 230 billion, which means that the FAC inflows thoroughly exceeded their expectations. And he's saying, look, this is not accidental. It reflects the impact of President Bola Ahmed Tinubu's bold economic reforms. The removal of fuel subsidies, unification of foreign exchange rate, and other fiscal measures have strengthened key macro indicators. Inflation has declined and continues to trend downwardly. Interest rates have eased, and the exchange rate has stabilized. Our foreign reserve has continued to be strengthened and recently hit $46 billion mark. That's the point that he made. We've always said that it makes sense to invest in education. Year on year, in form of his budgets, we see how determined this governor is to change the story of education in Enugu State. Committing 32% of the budget to education. It is bold, it is revolutionary. And I want to see more governors do this rather than spend so much money on recurrent. When you spend so much money on recurrent, it does not signify growth.
It does not.
It does not show the size of your ambition. But we can see that this is what the governor is determined to do. And look, he called this the budget of renewed momentum. I like that phrase, renewed momentum. Because that's saying, look, we are building on the pace that we had set. Yes, we are building on the pace that we are set. So
by us.
We are challenging ourselves.
That's it.
We are stretching ourselves to our elastic limit, because the year before we went this far. We believe we can go further than we went last year. And for people who are wondering where he's going to find the money, he's already saying, look, in terms of funding, 870 billion will come from IGR. 387 billion will be from Federation account, and 329 billion naira is expected to be capital receipts. I look at what is done over the years. The revival of the state-run hotel. You saw the pictures.
Presidential hotel.
Yeah, hotel presidential. You saw the pictures. And then when he revived it, now, and this governor, he believes wherever he can find experts, he's bringing them. Whether they are from Yoruba land. In fact, there are people who are complaining that he's giving jobs to Yoruba. But these are people that he had worked with here in Lagos. Where he had this business. He knows those who can help him change that state.
That's it.
And he's putting some people to use. And he's getting the results. It's clear that when you talk about good governance today in our country, you cannot fail to mention Peter Mbah. The biggest problem that the people had was water supply. And within a few months, he solved the problem. So that's a man who came with a vision and is implementing that vision. We are seeing his vision come to reality. I am very hopeful about this budget. I believe that in every area, you need to see the Command and Control Center of Enugu State. You need to find time to. I've never seen anything close to it in our country. The Command and Control Center is, the place is almost as big as this studio, if not even bigger. And you can see what's going on in the different local governments. Massive. I've seen Command and Control Centers in Kano, I've seen in Katsina, I've seen in different places. What I saw in Enugu, I'm like, this governor. So it's just, look, it is not rocket science.
It is not.
It's about being prepared for the job that you are given.
Yeah.
You don't have to come into office like a neophyte, somebody unprepared, somebody not ready. He is behaving like somebody who had thoroughly slept on the ideas that he wanted to implement. And we are seeing those ideas implemented, and Enugu is better for it. Some of the things that have been done in Lagos.
Oh, yeah.
You know? Especially in the transport sector. We are seeing those things being replicated in Enugu now.
He's telling you and I it is possible.
It is possible, especially now that they have more resources.
Okay. Yeah.
There is a state now in our country, a state that gets on the average 77 billion naira. 77 billion, one state. So that is way higher than what they used to get. So they have the resources to work for the people. They have the resources to do a lot of things that in the past they could only dream of. I was speaking with the governor of Kwara, and he told me, you see, even some projects that Federal will be reluctant to do, we are seeing more states now getting involved. Look at the kind of bridges.
Okay.
The kind of bridges that Oborevori is doing in
Delta.
Is building in Delta. You need to see some of those bridges in Efurum, all of those places where.
Okay.
So there's no way the state will change, because infrastructure helps you to revamp your economy.
That's it. Yeah.
Turn the state to a massive construction site. It will have a ripple effect on the lives of the people. So we want governors to take advantage of this time when they are getting a lot more to deliver the dividends of democracy, make life more meaningful for the people. Because that's what Governor Mbah is doing.
Yeah. Well, for me, what struck me when he first started, the way he dealt with sit at home, you know, and save children writing exams.
Yeah.
His attitude.
And I think there are some things that we may not be able to, may not have seen. I believe he did a lot of consultation, you know, with stakeholders before he could achieve that state at home. That means that when people take on, when become rebellion against the state, it's not every time that you have to use the military. There are other means you can, because they are your people. Yeah. So I believe, a lot of people in states in the East can learn from him. And we should also not forget about the 260 primary health centers, that is building.
Okay.
I think that is unique. Because what you are dealing with, we are talking about health, we are talking about security, we are talking of education and agriculture. Those are 4 pillars of human development. So we can only wish him well. He's doing fantastically well. And he's somebody that understands the problem of his people, somebody who prepared himself before going to that field. And I think he has the right people, in the right places.
And that's key, having the team.
Yes, a good team. If you just surround yourself with people with political ambitions who are not technically committed, who don't have the expertise, they will mess up your good ideas.
All right, so Governor Mbah, you can see that what comes out from your stable, we will report. We wish you well. Okay then, to our next story. Financial technology